I don't know what you heard about me, but if you can't get a dollar out of me, no Cadillac, no perms, you can't see that I'm a P.I.M.P. I don't know what you heard about me, but
let's see what we got for breakfast. Let's see. Chef D, what's good? Egg whites, chicken sausage, water. Enjoy your breakfast, because they don't want you to enjoy. They don't want to see you with joy. So enjoy.
Alright. Hi, my name is Teague, and today we are doing imperfect competition. There are three main types of imperfect competition, and that includes monopolies, oligopolies, and monopolistic competition. So in a monopoly, there's generally one seller and no close substitutes for the product that they're producing. So buyers are forced to buy from the specific company, and they don't really have an opportunity to go anywhere else to get whatever it is that they need. For the oligopolies, there are a small number of sellers and very high barriers to entry. So not a lot of other companies are going to be able to produce in this market, because whatever it is that they're producing, it's very hard to start up and join the market. Those are the high barriers to entry. They can't get in. The barriers are too high for them to enter the market. In terms of monopolistic competition, you have a few more sellers, and many of the products that they are producing are close substitutes. And as a result of that, the substitutes differentiate on the demand curve. So certain companies will produce where the price is very, very high, and there are a lot fewer individuals who are willing to buy whatever product that is that they're selling, but the product might be of higher quality. For example, Ferrari might be producing and selling their products at a very high price, but a lot fewer people are willing to spend that much money on their car. Whereas Toyota might be producing lower down on the demand curve, and more people are willing to pay the amount that Toyota is asking to have a vehicle.
Absolutely, absolutely.
G-man in my gang got an hour later had it up in the Ramada. Them trick.
Alright, so basically right now what we got for you is your standard monopoly market curve. Start out with your X and Y axis, obviously, and then we have your marginal revenue over there, your demand line right there, and your marginal cost intersecting the both of them. And then right here, obviously, we see that MR equals MC, so you get that right there. And then followed by your ATC line, which is going to go back right through there, all the way up there. Label that ATC, be sure of it, don't forget it. And then you'll see right there, so right now, obviously, we have your monopoly profit right here where the ATC intersects the MR and the MC.
I'm a P.I.M.P. Now what you see on TV, no Cadillac, no greasy, head full of hair. I'm a P.I.M.P. Come get money with me if you're curious to see how it feels to be with a P.I.M.P. rolling the pins with me. You can watch the TV.
Graphing monopolistic competition, we have a very similar market curve to the monopoly, because they're very close to the same thing. In monopolistic competition, you have the same demand, the same marginal revenue, and the same average total cost curve. However, you do not have an ATC curve, which is only a factor in the monopoly's market curve. Your marginal cost intersects the marginal revenue, and at that point you trace it up to the vertical point where that intersects with the average total cost to find your profit margin and your cost margin. So the only real difference between monopolies and monopolistic competition is the fact that monopolies have average variable cost curves underneath the average total cost curves, and in monopolistic competition you're going to have different individuals partition out different sections of the market. So there's going to be several different suppliers of the same good, and they're all going to be fairly similar to one another. But one company will produce right here, and their marginal cost, average total cost, everything, their demand and marginal revenue will all be in this short, small area of the demand curve. Whereas another company will produce right here, and so what you have is, as I said before, just like in the case of a car production market curve, you'll have Ferrari producing up here where the price is very high and the quantity supplied and demanded is very, very low, whereas a company like Toyota will produce down here where the price is much lower than it is for Ferrari, and the quantity supplied and demanded is going to be much greater because many more people are willing to pay less for a car, even though maybe it won't have the same quality, but they are both technically substitutes.
Girl, we could pop some champagne and we could have a ball. We could toast to the good like we could have it all. We could really spurge, girl, and tear up them all. If ever you need someone, I'm the one.
Brandon.